Hello, everybody. It's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you're doing well. Here with your Friday reading. It's a long one. I have 18 decks, 15 tarot decks, and 3 oracle cards. So get your popcorn, get your tea, get whatever, and settle in for this reading. Okay. Before I get started, I want to tell you guys something. I just posted on my Instagram. I already have it on my website. I'm selling these beautiful mermaid pendants. It's a mermaid globe pendant here. If you look at that, it's a mermaid globe. It has a little mermaid charm on it, and it comes with the 18-inch sterling silver necklace. And with purchase of this pendant, you'll get better pictures if you guys look on my website, queenoflight1111.com. With the pendant, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull for you a card from this deck, the Oracle of Mermaids deck, and it's going to be the energy of you and what your twin is thinking or experiencing or feeling when he or she is experiencing you. So with the purchase of this pendant and necklace, you get a 1-card reading. That's going to be very similar to what I'm doing here without the tarot clarifier, but it's a 1-card oracle deck reading where I will tell you specifically how your twin is experiencing you. Okay, so go and get those. I only have 7. And I already posted it on Instagram, I don't know, like maybe an hour or so ago. So I don't even know how many are left by the time this thing gets posted. So anyway, get your pendant. And if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Don't forget the healing sessions. You have to get pre-approval from me first. And I've been doing a considerable amount of those. Check the website out first. Understand exactly what that healing session entails. And if you are interested and serious about doing it, because I've had people send me pictures just to get a free energy reading, and that's not cool, people. Be serious about it, because I'll do an energy read first and let you know if I can work with you, okay? So if you're serious about doing it, send me an unfiltered picture to my email at queenoflight1111@gmail.com. And then I will get back to you and let you know if I can work with you. If I say no, it's because, just the energy may not be a match for me, or there's some lessons that are big lessons that still need to be learned by either one of you. And it's not really anyone's job to be getting in the way of that lesson, okay? So if you're interested in that, go ahead and email me, but be serious about it, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. We've got so much to report today. We have the overall energy of the masculine. We have how the masculine is experiencing the feminine. I've got messages from the masculine to the feminine. And I have messages from the feminine to the masculine, as well as her overall energy and how she is experiencing him, okay? So, and then we have head, heart, and environment. Of course, we've got some queens. Our feminine showed up as the Empress 2 times, and the only queen that she came up with is the Queen of Pentacles, which is just telling me she's very focused on her work, on her empire, on nurturing herself. And so, but see, when she comes out as Empress, that's every queen to me. So it's interesting how he's seeing her in so many different queen energies. And so, I had to clarify it just to make sure. And so I have that as well. And then I have the connective energy. So let's go ahead and get started let's just start with the opening messages. Okay, let's start with the opening messages from Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Okay, and so let me get those. Okay, so where did his card go? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what I did was I got 3 messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. So I said, all right, let's start off with what does this masculine want to say to his feminine? And the first card that we got was forgiveness. This is the first card that he has. He is in a huge period of like Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. Like there's so many Eight of Cups here, which is like on the Eight of Cups energy, you're walking away from stuff that doesn't serve you, and you're walking to find your Two of Cups. You're walking to find your bliss, okay? You're getting on the journey. Some readers will say the Eight of Cups is getting on this journey. And so he's got the Eight of Cups. I don't know. I use so many decks and he's got it so many times. So keep track. And if you're interested in sharing that information, then comment. But he's got the Eight of Cups a lot. So the first card for him is that he wants forgiveness. There's an energy of forgiveness. So the message to his divine feminine is forgiveness. I said, what is this forgiveness energy about? And I got the Queen of Swords. So this is the energy of, listen, when they went into separation, she embodied, our Empress, our divine feminine, embodied this Queen of Swords energy. And it was very much the energy of, listen, buddy, you've got to learn the lesson. Okay, there's a lesson here. I'm not going to put up with same old behavior, the same old patterns. And she was in an energy where she may have used certain words, word choices that were not necessarily loving, maybe a little harsh. And so she was definitely in an energy at the time of their separation where she was the Queen of Swords. And so his energy and his opening message to his divine feminine, and that's why I know she's Queen of Swords, is that I want your forgiveness. Okay? The next message that he has is lessons. Who teaches lessons? Queen of Swords. Okay? So he's saying lessons. I've learned my lessons. I said, what about those lessons? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is an energy of holding on to things. You see, he's holding on all his coins, okay? And so he's holding all his coins. Remember, this follows the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is hard work. It's about learning. It's about growth. It's about development. And in the Four of Pentacles energy, he is holding on to all of that. And so what is he doing? He's telling you, I'm holding on to the lessons I learned. I'm holding on to this energy of when we separated, of the things that I needed to change. And then finally, he's telling you, I'm at a crossroads. I'm at a crossroads right now. What's the clarifier for the crossroads? Four of Swords. He has healed his pain. He's healed from heartbreak. He's healed from the situations that have given him a lot of pain. And he's in recovery mode, in rest mode. Okay, and so he's telling you that divine feminine, I'm in an energy right now where I'm at the crossroads because I'm taking a little break because I'm healing. I'm healing from this lesson and this pain that that occurred in our connection. I'm holding on to those lessons. And before I take any move towards going out into the world again and taking any measures and actions towards you, I just have to be in this crossroads for a moment and just stay in my healing, okay? And this makes a lot of sense because this masculine is definitely in an energy of healing stress, healing pain, okay? And it could be even physical pain. It could be emotional, spiritual, physical, you name it, any kind of pain. So I did want to get the storyline because, I get a little nosy. So I said, what's the storyline behind this forgiveness Queen of Swords energy? And the first card that we got was the Fool card. And so this is about, I want to start fresh. I want to start fresh and I want to start new. I want to start a new journey as the King of Cups, someone who is in his heart space, someone who has mastered his emotions. And I'm going to give you the spoiler alert now. In his environment, we got the Queen of Cups. And I had to clarify that darn Queen of Cups because I was like, when it's in the environment, then for me, I think it's third party. And that Queen of Cups was clarified by the Queen of Wands, who is the Queen of Wands in his headspace, who was clarified by the Queen of Cups, who matches the King of Cups here. Yes, I know that is a long way to go, but I love Spirit for tying it all together to show me. And it also shows me in his energy, he is not with anybody. He's got Nine of Pentacles, he's got Hermit, he's got rejection, he's doing all kinds of stuff. So this is the storyline. The Queen of Swords has taught him this lesson, okay? This lesson that he's holding on to, this lesson that he's recovering from. And the storyline with the Queen of Swords is that he wants a new beginning, he wants to start fresh. He's mastered his emotions. This is the Twin Flame Angel. This is about healing. This is about patience. This is about balancing. He wants to temper his Queen of Swords, okay? But they're stuck. Eight of Swords, they're stuck. The communication is stuck, and he is in hermit mode. So this is the energy of him the Queen of Swords sent him into hermit energy, which is like, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at how you treat people. Look at how you've treated me. Look at who you are. And so this is the message around the Queen of Swords. This is him coming into this energy of realizing who he is, what he did, you know, the patterns that he needs to break. And so he's done that. He's telling you, I've learned my lesson. I'm holding on to the lesson. And now I'm at a crossroads because I'm healing, because that shit was tough to look at. When I looked at myself in the Hermit's energy, it was tough for me to look in the mirror, okay? So this Queen of Swords energy, where he wants forgiveness, was he wants a new beginning with her now. He's mastered his emotions, wants to heal the connection, wants to heal this mental entrapment, this entrapment of the connection, right? Which keeps this communication trapped, because he's in the Hermit's energy, because he's still healing. And I like it. I love the Hermit's energy for him, because that's where he needs to be until he's ready, okay? It's like, don't come forward until you are truly ready and truly healed, okay? So I'm going to put these to the side because it's a whole lot of cards. And what I want to do is, I'm not going to go to feminine yet. I'm going to go to his overall energy, okay? Because I think that's important, because it ties very much in with these messages that he has for divine feminine, okay? So his overall energy, I'm going to tell you what the bottoms of the deck are for him specifically first, okay? So bottom of the deck for the messages for both of them is the Three of Pentacles. So didn't I say here, Three of Pentacles, right? I said this is about learning, growing, developing. This is working as a team. Well, who taught the lesson? The Queen of Swords. Who's the Queen of Swords? Divine Feminine. And she taught the lessons. That's why he wants forgiveness. Okay? That's why he's holding on to the lessons that he learned through that Queen of Swords energy. And now he's healing. Okay? And now he's in hermit mode, because, you know, he's wanting this new beginning, mastered his emotions, wants to heal the stuck energy, the stuck communication. And he's looked at himself. He's looking at himself. He's still looking at himself. That's why he's still in this Four of Swords at the crossroads. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Now, let's go ahead and go to his overall energy. Bottom of the deck, like I said, Three of Pentacles for the messages. Bottom of the deck for him specifically is the Justice card and Five of Cups. He's looking at the past. He's looked at the Three of Cups where he fooled around, missed the blessing of his feminine, and he's ready to give justice to that. Now, this came out in his environment, that he wants to give justice to this Queen of Cups energy, who is the Queen of Wands, who is our divine feminine. And so again, there's no third party. I don't want to keep saying that, but I'm just telling you how this all, I love the way Spirit ties this all in for those of you who struggle with that third party karmic past, okay? Because sure enough, came up for the feminine, okay? She's at the final stages of like putting a nail in it. And so the bottom of his deck for his overall energy is he wants to give justice. He wants to do the right thing. He's looked at himself. He's looked at his past energy. He's, you know, looked at the things he's done wrong. He's not sure how to get to the other side of this river, okay? How to get to the other side, to this castle, because of so much damage, so much has happened. And that's, again, why he's at the crossroads, okay? But he wants to do the right thing. Justice is all about divine justice, karmic justice, learning your lessons, okay? He's learned his lessons through this crap energy. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I mean, it's not crap energy. It's just like, boy, you got to learn. And he picked a doozy of a lesson because it was a painful one. But it was also a painful one for the feminine because, man, she had to kind of teach it, right? She kind of had to teach it. But she had to teach it because she had to know what her self-worth was. So, divine masculine's overall energy. First card out is Judgment. This is all about ascension. This is all about awakening. This is all about enlightenment. This is all about evaluation. This is about bringing things back to life, okay? So what's Judgment about? Nine of Pentacles. So he's very single. He's very single. He's in a single energy. He's in an energy where he's rising in his confidence, because I forgot to tell you that his overall energy has to do with chivalry. So let me pause and go back to that real quick. Chivalry. This is his overarching energy. I love this for him. I love it for him. So he's learned a lot, okay? He's learned a lot. He's telling his divine feminine, I want your forgiveness. I've learned my lessons, and now I'm at a crossroads as a healed masculine because I'm in this chivalry energy. So when chivalry comes up for his overall energy, I love it, guys. I love it, love it, love it. Chivalry is all about this divine masculine who's protective, who's loving, who's ready to do the right thing by his divine feminine. He's calling in the energy of chivalry into his life. This chivalrous male, this is someone who's a powerful understanding, okay, that he is nurtured and supported by his divine feminines and the feminines in his and feminine in his life, okay? He's looking at he wants to like look and be more heroic. He wants to be someone who faces up to challenges, not runs away from them like he has in the past when things have gotten difficult. He wants to be in an energy where he can face up to the challenges that come up in his any of his connections. He wants to protect the people that he loves, and he wants to protect the things that he believes in. Okay, he wants to apply this chivalrous male role to family, to friendships, to community, to his intimate relationships. So this is that justice energy, which is at the bottom of his deck, is because he's looked at himself and now he's ready to be the chivalrous male. He's ready to be the person who sticks around. He's ready to be someone who does the right thing. Okay, and so he wants to be a chivalrous male. So what does that have to do with? It has to do with his evaluation of himself, making himself single, right? Being in an energy of being single, rising in his confidence. He's had a breakthrough. Ace of Swords. What's his breakthrough? Two of Wands. He's had a breakthrough. He's like ready to make a decision. Remember, he's telling you, feminine, he's at the crossroads because shit, you're in the Queen of Swords energy and he's not quite ready to face the Queen of Swords yet. So, I mean, he's really in his environment and in his day-to-day feeling powerful, rising in his confidence. He knows his truth that he needs to make a decision and he wants to move towards that. He's in this Four of Swords energy, which duplicates his message to his divine feminine. And the Four of Swords is the Nine of Swords. He's like healed from his stress. He's healed from all of the things that have been just keeping him up at night. And now he's walking away from things that didn't serve him, relationships that didn't serve him, because he's doing right by himself and he's doing right by others. I asked specifically on the Eight of Cups, what is he walking towards? And what is he walking towards? He's walking towards the Hermit. And we got that already. Where did we get the Hermit card? Oh, here in the Queen of Swords energy, right? When I clarified this Queen of Swords and forgiveness, he's going to the Hermit's energy. So instead of jumping into another relationship, he's rising in his confidence. He knows his truth. He wants to make a decision. He is healing his stress and he's leaving people and things that don't serve him and walking into this Hermit's energy like a champ. Okay, like I'm going to discover more of myself and who I am. Okay, in this Page of Wands, there's this energy of wanting to birth something and communicate. Page of Wands, remember, Page of Wands came up here. Page of Rods is Page of Wands. So it goes back to divine feminine. I said, what about the Page of Wands? Five of Pentacles. He's not doing it because he's still not in his full confidence as related to divine feminine. He's in his confidence as he's dealing outside of this connection. He's feeling better about himself. He's rising. He's feeling like he's doing the right thing. But as related to his feminine, he's like, I want a new beginning. I've mastered my emotions. I want to heal this energy, but we're stuck. This communication is stuck. So I've got to hermit a little bit longer. Okay. So that is his overall energy just in general, and then his specific messages to divine feminine. I love the energy divine masculine is in. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I think I just want to spread these out because you know me, I'm going to like to refer to it later. So bear with me because I know I'm going to go back to this because we've got so many duplicate cards here for him. So like I said, that is the overall energy for divine masculine, his messages to divine masculine, and that he is definitely in an energy of chivalry. All right, let's go ahead and go to divine feminine, okay? So divine feminine's opening message to divine masculine is, hold on a second, okay. Her first message is settling, okay? Settling, this card is like, you know, I kind of did what I had to do. I just picked what I had to pick. I did what I had to do. You did what you had to do. Settling, okay? Settled. We settled into situations, okay? But it's clarified by the sun. And I feel like she's in this energy of happiness, of rebirthing and renewal. And the Sun card is also divine masculine, and so this is an energy where she's perhaps saying to him, I've found my peace within this connection. I found my joy within this connection, and we may both have settled to stay in separation, and because of your choice, your doing. But I just feel like in this settling energy, she's found her joy. She's found her peace in it. Okay, she's healing in it. Her next message to divine masculine is tribe. So what she's saying is, not only are you part of my tribe, I'm working with my tribe. I'm creating my tribe. And why do I say tribe? Because the Empress came out. This is the second time Empress is in her heart, and now here in her message to divine masculine. So this is also another thing. When you get the Empress and the Sun, that could be kids, that could be birthing, that could be, this is like pregnancy. But the way that it's come out, it's like, hey, maybe you settled for other partners, but hey, I'm finding my peace in it, okay? Maybe you've created a tribe with other people. I know this is a specific message, but this is divine feminine's message to masculine. Maybe she's also saying, hey, maybe you're in another tribe or have created a tribe, but I'm rising in my power as the Empress. You're rising in Nine of Pentacles, and that's great, but I'm rising in my power as the Empress. So, a few messages that I'm getting with that, but I definitely feel like she is in her joy, in her peace, in her power. She is, she understands that perhaps this connection has settled into whatever, and she's made her peace with it. She's creating a tribe of her own. And he's also in her tribe, and maybe she's inspired by him now in this being in this joy, being in this peace, and she's rising as Empress. She's every queen. And then finally, her message to him is action. You've got to take action towards me, Queen of Pentacles. You've got to take action towards grounding this connection. You've got to take action towards this energy where, I'm solid, I'm good. Okay, I'm nurturing myself, I'm taking care of myself, and I am in an energy of, here, look at this, wife, mother. When I look at this Queen of Pentacles and the combination of Empress and Sun, this is her. This is also, and I'm also just literally getting this right now. It's just kind of like, if you want to birth something with me, you've got to get out of settling, right? Become part of my tribe, create a tribe with me, but you have to take action towards me as the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense to anybody, but there's a whole lot of messages that are coming out here in this energy. And so this is very much her finding her joy, finding her peace, rising in her power, being with her soul tribe. But this action is, you got to take action towards me. If you want me to be a wife, you want me to be a mother, you got to take action towards me, Queen of Pentacles. Okay? I don't know if that made sense to anybody, but let me know. Okay, overall energy for divine feminine. Okay, this is interesting because I think divine feminine's really feeling herself, okay? And I kind of mean that in another way, like not necessarily like, I mean like in the physical, because her overall here is sexuality. And I was like, huh. So perhaps she's thinking about her sexuality, meaning she's in the Empress energy. Then when you get the Sun in it, maybe she's thinking about, I want to create, I want to birth something. This is also about sexuality in the sense that she's feeling very confident, very comfortable, very feminine in who she is. Okay, sexuality doesn't have to necessarily just do with the physical act of sex. Okay, but she could also very much be feeling like, that energy is there. She's feeling the energy of her masculine, but it is also an energy of her standing in her divine Empress power, that if she is going to engage with anyone in that energy of intimacy, of sexuality, that he needs to come forward in a chivalrous way, be worthy of me sexually. Okay, let me tell you, it comes up again, so I know it has to do with that, but I'm trying to give people other messages too that I'm getting. So she's definitely in an energy where she is feeling herself. She's got the Sun, she's got Empress, she's got Queen of Pentacles. So she's definitely in this energy of, hey, if you want to create something with me, we've got to do this, but don't come to me unless you are divine masculine, because I'm not gonna settle. Okay, so now with the sexuality energy where she may be physically feeling his energy intimately. Okay, what is this? What else? What else is happening in her overall energy? First card out is Justice. She's like, you got to do right by me. But this is also, remember, her overall energy. So her overall energy is she only wants balance in her life. She wants people that match her life, who bring balance, okay? This is about divine justice. Where did we get justice? Bottom of the deck for his overall energy. So right away for her, she's like, I'm all about the justice, man. What about justice? Page of Wands. Like, you've got to come, somebody, there's like the desire to birth this communication of an apology. Where did we get the Page of Wands for him? Right here in the Queen of Swords, okay? And justice is the bottom of the deck for his overall energy. So she's in this energy of, you know, communications need to be just. Justice needs to occur, okay? The next card is Judgment. This is a card of evaluation. We got Judgment for him and his overall energy. So it's a match. They're very much in each other's energy. So Judgment, again, like I said when I talked about Divine Masculine, it's an energy of ascension, of enlightenment, of awakening, of rebirth, okay? It's about calling things back to life. So what is Judgment about for her? The Star. So this is an energy where she's like, you know, I have hope. I know that this is a destined connection. It will rebirth when it's destined. Okay, so she's not rushing anything. She's very solid in her Empress energy. She's very grounded in her Queen of Pentacles energy, where she's in an energy of, you know, if you're not going to come to me in the correct way, then, you know, maybe someday. But perhaps it's not immediate. And the next card is the Lover's card, which is, again, I know this is about masculine and her overall energy. This is about partnerships. This is about her divine partnership. And it gives her a little stress at this time, Nine of Swords, because they're in separation, Five of Pentacles. But here's the Sun card again. The Sun card comes out again, and the Sun was here around settling. This is that, like, we're in separation, but I found my peace with it. And so now here she's basically saying in this lineup that, you know, she wants communication that is just. This is this apology. I know that we will at some point rebirth this connection because it's a destined connection. But right now, this divine partnership gives me stress because we have been in separation, but I'm making my peace with it with the Sun card because 10 of Cups, I want to be happy. And that's what I'm moving towards, Six of Swords. So she's definitely following her happiness. The 10 of Cups is also the masculine. I got to tell you guys that too. So this is heavy masculine, feminine energy coming out in their overall energy. So again, his overall energy is, I'm rising up in my confidence. I have my truth that I may have to make a decision. I am, you know, he's healing his stress. She's in an energy. Remember, her stress here is this divine connection, but she's coming out of this, you know, like, oh, we're not together energy. And she's coming into the Sun's energy. It's the second time we got the Sun, and spoiler alert, it comes out again in her environment. So he's healing, he's walking towards being a hermit, and right now he's rejecting any communication. He's not talking to her. And so she's like, if you want to talk to me, you better come with justice. Okay, that's what she's saying. She's saying that I know that this will rebirth. There's an ascension period happening at this time, and we are being guided towards that with the Star card. This connection is a little stressful. It's stressful right now because we're in separation, but I'm finding my peace with it. And I know that I'm going to move towards this emotional bliss, okay? With or without you, emotional bliss. That's what she's transitioning towards, okay? So that's her overall energy with sexuality. Now, let's talk about how they are experiencing each other. So again, if you buy that pendant, if there are any left, this is what you'll get, is this one card oracle reading. Okay, so here I said, what is divine masculine experiencing when he is like looking at her pictures, reflecting on her, you know, maybe looking at their text messages or whatever from the past? What is he experiencing when he is experiencing divine feminine? And we got the Air card. Oh my God, we got the Air card. This card, look at them, two people here exchanging air. It's like, you are the air that I breathe. Okay, it's an energy of, you know, I need your air to breathe. It's an energy of breathing deep, taking a time out. Okay, this is an energy of, you know, being, you know, entering into new life. Okay, this is about exchanging life bringing energy. So he's basically saying, you bring me back to life. You're bringing me back to life. okay? And is also bringing himself back to life. So he's very much in this energy of when he is experiencing his feminine, you know, he's breathing deep, he's bringing life back into himself because, you know, he's been in this energy of healing his pain in an energy of isolation for a very long time. Remember, he's coming up in his confidence, he's rebirthing himself, and now this connection, not only has he breathed life into his own self, but you know, this connection is breathing new energy and new life into him. I said, oh, give me a clarifier. We got the Knight of Wands. So now that he's got this new air, this new life, this when he's experiencing her, he is passionate about her. So that's probably why she's in the sexuality energy. Maybe he's like also feeling her too, right? And so when he's experiencing her, he's feeling very passionate about her. He's got a fire lit under him to take action, to move towards her, to go towards her. Okay, so this is how he's experiencing her. He's very, very passionate. She is definitely, I think there's some kind of like astral sex going on. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are saying all that, but I just kind of feel like there's something like that happening because divine feminine is in divine sensuality. So not only does she have sexuality, now she's got sensuality, and he's like breathing her in and wanting to like come for her, right? Like, oh my God, no pun intended, but you know, like go to her and be passionate with her and exchange with her energy. But she's like, don't come to me unless you're going to be that person. But she doesn't know that he's the chivalrous male right now because they're not in communication. He's not talking. We're not talking. So divine sensuality is how she's experiencing her divine masculine, making love and erotica. And what is that clarifier? 10 of Wands. So she's in this energy of like, man, I can feel him. I feel his energy. I feel like I can experience him without him being here. And that is a huge burden right now because it's kind of throwing her off balance because, you know, she's in an energy of accepting where she is and she's happy where he is. And all of a sudden he's coming in with all of this energy and she's trying to stay in balance with it. Okay. And look at it's a 22 card, which is the number 4 card. She's trying to stabilize the sexual energy that is all of a sudden has started to overwhelm her. Okay, so now let us go to the bottoms of the deck for divine feminine. I forgot to do that. Bottom of the deck for her overall energy is 5 of Wands and the unknown card. She's kind of okay in the unknown in this conflict. There's conflict between the two of them. But I really feel like she's trying to make her peace in surrender, trying to make her peace in the unknown. Like, are we going to come into union? Are we not going to come into union? I feel like she's kind of given up on that question. And I don't mean give up in like a dejected, rejected kind of way. I just mean like she can't be focusing on it day in and day out. She's the Empress. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She's in the Sun's energy. You know, she's got to be in this energy where she's taking care of herself too. It does not serve her to be sitting around waiting and pining and wanting to manifest when there's no interaction. Okay, so you know she's in this energy where she's very strong. She is an Empress. Okay, so she's also the High Priestess, so she is full on divine feminine. So now let's go to the energies of what's happening in their head, heart, and environment. Okay, I'm going to make some room here on the table. Got a lot of cards. Okay, so bottom of the deck, head, heart, and environment is the Wheel card and Magician in the Mirror. I'm not going to pull it out because it's like under a bunch of cards. So the Wheel is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel is moving the wheel forward, moving towards destiny, and being able to manifest. The Magician has come out a lot for them. And so we will see that. Bottom of the deck specifically for divine masculine is the Knight of Wands and the Hermit. Both of these cards have already come out. Knight of Wands is he's like passionate, wanting to move towards his feminine. Hermit's come out as part of the lesson and as part of his overall energy, where that's where his journey is taking him right now, is into the Hermit's energy. So that's the bottom of his deck. It's like he wants to move forward. He definitely has all of these feelings, emotions, physical feelings manifesting within him, but he knows that he's got to continue to discover himself before he comes into union with her. Divine feminine's energy is the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So I just kind of feel like this is an energy where, there was this manipulation, deceit, withholding of information that is keeping this connection trapped at this time. Okay, because remember, her first card out is like justice, man. You come to me with justice or don't come at all. And so here she is, like, we're stuck in this energy right now because you have not come forward with any sort of communication around apologies. Now, I'm not saying she's sitting around waiting, and I'm not telling anybody to wait for anybody's apology. Remember, forgiveness is for you. So you've got to forgive for you. And if you're still holding on to that Seven of Swords energy, you have to find a way to release that because it doesn't serve. And I feel like for this Divine Feminine, I feel like, this is very close to healing. She's healed this within herself, but as far as her relationship with her masculine is concerned, it is an old pattern. It's an old pattern of behavior, and it's a pattern that needs to change. And that's why she's got very firm boundaries up right now in her overall energy, which is, again, hey, Justice, Page of Wands. If you want to talk to me, if you want to rebirth this connection because you know it's destined and you know it's a divine connection, you've got to come to me, correct. You've got to give me divine justice if we're going to come out of this separation and move into the Ten of Cups. That's what she's saying. And she's like, yes, I feel you intimately. Yes, I feel you in my energy, but it's my burden right now because I don't really want to go there. I don't want to go there unless you're going to be ready to make this more than a physical relationship. If you're ready to be in a committed connection as a chivalrous male, that's how she will allow him in. Okay, so this is like a little bit of a disconnect for her, right? This is all of the boundaries that she's set up, all of the things that she's decided that she wants, that you cannot deny the physical sexual connection between the two of them, divine sensuality and sexuality. Like, I feel like that energy, she just can't, it won't leave her because he's like breathing her in. So of course she's feeling it. Of course she's feeling it. Okay. So there's definitely this energy where he's awake, man. He's awake. He's connecting, and he's in this energy where he's, learned the lessons of this journey through his feminine, and he's healing. He's at a crossroads about how to come forward and he start the journey again. Okay, but he's rising up in his confidence. He's healing his stress. He wants to start the journey over again as a chivalrous male. Okay, so good for him. All right, let's go to the head space for divine masculine, solar plexus chakra and attachment. This is about taking action. Solar plexus is like your belly area. It's yellow, it's vitality. This also looks a lot like the sun, man. Like I just thought about that. So this looks like the sun's energy. It gives you, so if you think about the sun's energy, it's like regenerating, it's birthing, it's creating. You can be ambitious, okay? You can have self-confidence and self-esteem. And remember, that's how he's birthing himself as a single person. He's birthing himself into his confidence. And so he's in this energy when he thinks about his divine feminine, like he's in an energy that he wants to take action towards this attachment. Okay, so when the attachment card comes out in this deck, it's all about, it's a number 5 card. This is also about challenge. It's challenging. It's about letting go of things that don't serve you. When this card of attachment comes up, this card is about like letting go of things, letting go of old patterns of behavior, letting go of things that have chained you, letting go of emotional patterns, letting go of physical addictions, letting go of old relationships, letting go of unhealthy habits. So when he's in his headspace thinking about his feminine, he's like, I gotta let go of all of this shit. Okay, I've gotta let go of all these things that don't serve him. This is why, guys, 8 of Cups to the Hermit, because he's still in the process of removing a bunch of energies from him, okay? Including, him wanting to, be the right person, okay, for his divine feminine. Stay in this chivalrous energy. So he's in this energy of taking action towards leaving crap behind. So that's when he's thinking about her. He's like, I'm taking action towards getting rid of the dead weight, getting rid of my baggage. So what else is he thinking when he's thinking about his divine feminine? Page of Pentacles. This is about a real offer in the 3D. He wants to make an offer. What is it clarified by? The Magician. He wants to manifest an offer, something real, but they're in conflict. 5 of Wands. There's conflict. He has inner conflict when he thinks about her. There's actual conflict with her. And I know that this is about actual conflict with her because it's Queen of Wands. I said, all right, well, she came up as Empress, so I can't say that it's not her. So I said, all right, what about this conflict with the Queen of Wands? Walked away, 8 of Cups. They walked away from each other, okay? So I was like, well, how do we know? Well, I know that it's not third party because I clarified, and I'll get to that here in just 1 second. But this really tells me that there was this conflict between the two of them that made them both walk away from each other, okay? So now what he thinks about, he's thinking about, I got to release all of these things that created this conflict, this separation. I want to manifest a new beginning. I want to manifest an offer, but we're in conflict. And my Queen of Wands, who gets fired up when we fight, you know, and who also brings out her sword as the Queen of Swords, walked away. So I said, all right, who is this Queen of Wands? So I got 9 of Cups. This is his wish, right? His Queen of Wands is his wish. What about it? 9 of Wands, which is someone he doesn't want to give up on. Someone who has wounded him, but he doesn't want to give up on her. And it's the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups comes out here in the environment and gets clarified by the Queen of Wands. So this is the same person. The Queen of Cups is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is divine feminine. How do I know that? Because the specific question here was, what is divine masculine thinking when he thinks about divine feminine? So here it is, this, I'm taking action towards releasing things. I want to make an offer towards my divine feminine, but we're in conflict. She's walked away. Okay, she's walked away. And who is she? She's my wish. She's someone that I don't want to give up on. And she is my Queen of Cups. By the way, remember, I told you guys when I clarified that Queen of Swords energy, which was the lesson that that Queen of Swords taught, right? It was this lesson of, remember, he wants forgiveness from his Queen of Swords, right? He wants forgiveness from his Queen of Swords, forgiveness by the Queen of Swords. And that Queen of Swords storyline was, I want a new beginning as the King of Cups, which is the match to this queen, because that's the only way, temperance, we're going to balance out this connection if we're both in our heart space, okay? So that should give you more clarity to that Queen of Wands transitioning into the energy of the Queen of Cups. And here is further confirmation, because after this, I want to make an offer, manifest an offer, but there's conflict with my Queen of Wands. I want to heal her. I want to balance things. I want to have temperance. I want to heal this connection. I want to have a harmonious connection. And here we go. New energy. I want a new beginning as the King of Cups, the match here, and temperance. Okay, so do you guys see how this all works out? And these all fly out. Okay, so I want to take action towards letting go of crap that doesn't serve me. I want to make an offer and manifest an offer with my divine feminine, but we're in conflict and she's walked away. I want harmony in this connection. I want to heal this connection. So I've gone within 2 of Swords. We're in a stalemate, but I want this reciprocity. I want this reciprocity, 6 of Pentacles. I want the reciprocity. I want to have an equal exchange with her, and I want to move the wheel forward, okay? The wheel. Where did we get the wheel? That's the bottom of the deck for this energy, okay? For this head-heart environment for both of them. I want to move into this reciprocity. I want to move towards my destiny. What is happening with divine feminine? Well, here we go. Further confirmation that that 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands, is divine feminine, because here we have 5 of Wands. Here we have Goddess of the Moon. So she is in conflict. When she thinks about her masculine, she's like, yeah, there's obstacles here. There are challenges here. And what she's really doing is she's working on her intuition. She's really trying to be in her intuition instead of the things that she may see in the 3D, or maybe even not see in the 3D. She's in an energy of, I've got to listen to my intuition. I can't look at what is in front of me because there's nothing in front of me right now. She's kind of in the dark, okay? She doesn't know what the hell is going on with him. She doesn't know that he's a chivalrous male right now. She has no idea. She has no idea. So she's really trying to use her intuition to, you know, continue to stabilize. Be the Queen of Pentacles. Be the Empress. So what is she further thinking when she thinks about divine masculine? Eight of Wands, there's this desire to move forward, to communicate. The second time we got a communication card. Page of Wands is here around justice. I said, what is this Eight of Wands about? Ten of Cups, right? This is about moving towards her happiness. She's got that here with the Six of Swords and her overall energy. Ten of Cups, Six of Swords, which has to do with her masculine. When she thinks about him, she wants to communicate, right? She wants to move towards this Ten of Cups. But there's this completion. What things have cycled out. What cycled out? Page of Wands, communication. There's no communication. She feels like it's a completion, like we're not communicating anymore. Things have completed. Maybe this is the end of communication. Maybe this is the end of the connection, which is why in her overall energy, the Lovers is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So that's why in her overall energy, she's trying to make peace with it with the Sun card. So the next card that comes up here is the Ace of Wands. This is the desire, but with the Star card, she knows it's destined, but she's like, maybe that's off in the horizon. Maybe that's going to, it's going to take time. She still has hope for it, but because there's no communication, she's like, maybe it's someday. Who knows when? And so we go into the Three of Wands energy, which is this energy of, it's off in the horizon at some time. The Star and the Three of Wands lead me to believe that she thinks in her intuition that, yeah, maybe we can manifest this, maybe we can move towards it, but what's happening in this world energy, what's happening in the 3D is that there's no communication. So maybe this is sometime in the future, we'll have a chance for a new beginning. Maybe it's off in the horizon. And so with this Three of Wands, we've got the Seven of Wands, which is, she's in an energy of protecting her peace. Remember, the Seven of Wands is followed by the Six of Wands, which is the energy of, success and victory. And she's had success and victory over this energy where she's accepted where they are today. Okay, and that's her truth, Ace of Swords. So she's had a breakthrough in that, I'm not going to control the situation. I'm not going to try to manifest anything that doesn't need to be manifested because we're not ready. And so she's very much in an energy of, I've got to stand my ground. I've got to employ boundaries that serve me and that serve the connection, that honor me and honor my connection. And so she's very much in this energy of maybe someday, I know he's my person, maybe someday. So in her heart space, in his heart space, look at this, third eye and strategy. So he is strategizing. He is making a plan in his heart space based on his intuition. I love it. This tells me he is awake. Judgment card. He is awake. Okay. He's got judgment. He's got judgment in his energy here, in his overall energy. He's got the Hermit card 2 times. He's very much in an energy of, he's awake. He's awake and he's making decisions in his heart space based on his intuition, okay? Based on his third eye, based on his third chakra, because he's not using his 3D ego anymore to make decisions. So let's go further into his heart space when he feels for his divine feminine. First card out, Six of Swords. Okay, he wants to transition into reconciliation, reunion, Six of Cups. This is about soulmates. He's making a plan because intuitively he knows his divine feminine is his person. He's making a plan to transition into reunion, transition into coming back together. But he's stuck, Eight of Swords. He's stuck trying to be the match, King of Swords, to her, to the Queen of Swords, okay? He's stuck trying to speak his truth, Ace of Swords, okay? Remember, we got the Ace of Swords here for him already. His truth is that he's got to make a decision. His truth is he has to make a decision because what he wants from the Queen of Swords, his match, right, is forgiveness. So he's trying to make a plan using his intuition about how to move forward into this reunion. So he's Eight of Cups, walking away. He's getting on the journey. So I asked specifically, what is he walking to? Page of Cups. He's walking towards the Page of Cups. I said, what about the Page of Cups? Eight of Wands. So he wants to communicate. He wants to offer an apology. Okay? He wants to move forward. There is absolutely an energy here and desire to move forward in this connection and to communicate with her. But, he's like stuck trying to, he's in his heart space a lot, but in his heart space a lot. Yeah, as the King of Cups here, right? When he thinks about his feminine, but he's like, man, if she's in the King of Swords energy, I got to match her at that. And that's kind of what's keeping him stuck. So this last card, Judgment again. This is a dupe to his overall energy. Rebirth, evaluation. What does he want to rebirth and evaluate? Six of Pentacles. He is ready to give. He is ready to share. He's ready to finally receive from her. Okay, we already got the Six of Pentacles in his headspace, which tells me this masculine is balanced in his head and his heart, his solar plexus. He's thinking about how to take action in his heart. He's taking action using his intuition, and that action, he's letting go of things that don't serve him. And in his intuition, he's making a plan. He's strategizing how to come forward with an apology towards the union to rebirth this connection. I'm telling you, got a lot of chakras out here today, okay? All right, what's happening in her heart space? Throat chakra and victory. She wants to have victory over communication. This is her wanting communication from her masculine, because she is sure as hell is not going to do it. She sure as heck is not going to do it, because it's not her place to. Remember, it's the sun and the moon energy, okay? The sun is the active energy, the fire energy. That is that King of Wands energy, that take action energy. That is for the masculine to do. The feminine is in an energy of the goddess of the moon, using her intuition, being receptive, allowing things in. She's not going to chase him. She's the Empress. Okay? So in her heart space, she's like, boy, this is like a Six of Wands energy. She wants to have victorious communication. And he's got all this communication. Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, making a strategy to get out of this rough place that they're in. Rebirthing the connection, judgment, evaluation, further evaluation. So she's like, oh my God, like I want victory in this communication. I want to communicate. I want my masculine to communicate with me. I want to hear from my masculine. So what else is happening in her heart space around this Ten of Wands? It's a burden. It's a burden. We got the Ten of Wands here. She's like, okay, well, he's not communicating with me through his words, but I could sure as hell feel his energy wanting to make love to me. Okay? And I mark these as 18 and older videos because, oh my God, I would just cringe if children were watching this. But Ten of Wands, it's her burden. What's the burden? Seven of Swords. Because remember, she's like, you can't have a physical connection with me unless you bring me justice. And you are the chivalrous male, okay, or chivalrous person. So this burden is, are we going to have more of the same? Or are we going to move out of it? Eight of Wands. Are we going to come out of it? Are we going to talk about this, what happened? Are we going to talk about this deceit? Are we going to talk about the betrayal? Are we going to talk about these things? Okay, so this is very much an energy of, you know, she wants to have victorious communication. She wants to have successful communication with her masculine about what's happened in the past. Okay, then she wants to be able to manifest something. Magician. Remember, he's just got the magician here in his headspace too. All right, and he's got the we've got the magician and the mirror at the bottom of the deck for the head heart environment for both of them. So there's definitely an energy here around manifesting. So if there's victorious communication, there's an energy of manifestation for her. But Three of Wands, it's off in the horizon, just like it is. Look at how balanced she is in her head and heart too, just like him. They are mirroring. So she's like, if we have successful communication, which is her burden right now, before we get to the Ace of Wands, okay, which is what she wants in her head, she's like, I know we can manifest, but it's off in the horizon. What about the Three of Wands? Here it is. The Alchemist. This is the magician again. She's like, we can manifest. We can, and I feel like this is her in her heart saying, we can manifest anything. We can manifest anything when we're in vibrational alignment. But this union, this alchemy, this coming together and mixing our energies when we are in our vibrational alignment, we can make anything happen. We can create a whole new world. But she's like, we can't do that now. We can't do that now because we haven't communicated. We haven't had victory over the communication. And I said, what about the Alchemist? Again, we got the Page of Swords because we're just in a period of non-communication. So there is this victory that she wants over communication, but it's the biggest burden because they haven't talked about what broke them up in the first place. And this alchemy, this creation of recreating a world and recreating a connection is being delayed at this time. And that's that 10 of Pentacles. She knows they can build a legacy together. She knows they can build something long-term together. And that is the Ace of Wands that she wants. That's the new beginning that she wants. See, she got it 2 times. And that's what she wants to create as the Empress. That's what she wants to create. That's what she's sitting strong as in her heart space. And what is the Empress clarified by 2 of Cups? She's like, we can have everything. We can have the world if we come back together in alignment. But you have to talk to me. You've got to come to me as my match for us to birth this new world, create this new earth. Okay? Let's get to the environment. What's happening in the environment for Divine Masculine? We have the Tower and Door to Romance. So this tells me 2 things. He is shutting down any connection, anything new that is not serving him. He is not doing it. He is not. The universe has come in and has made him single. Okay. This Door to Romance is an energy of, ending connections that don't serve him, ending, even friendships, relationships, family, whatever. This is in his environment. So he is absolutely cutting people out that don't serve him. So remember, in his environment, he's coming up in his confidence. He is, making decisions. He's in his truth. He's healing his stress. He's walking away into Hermit's energy to further look at himself, become a best version of himself. And he's rejecting any communication with anybody at this time because he's honoring himself. He's honoring himself and detaching from things that don't make sense, that don't align, that just don't agree with his energy anymore. And so there is this ending to anything new, all right? This is also an energy of ending anything that, changing anything around love connections. So now let's talk about specifically in his environment, what is happening in his environment as related to Divine Feminine, okay? So, he knows that things needed to end. He knows things needed to end because they were not building a solid foundation. That's why the Tower came in and crumbled their connection, okay? So now what is he doing now that he's gone through the Tower? 10 of Pentacles, a match to her 10 of Pentacles in the heart space. So he wants something solid. He wants something that is going to last a lifetime. And what about that? The Star card. Look at, she got the Star card over here with the Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's definitely an energy here of I hope to have this one day. I hope to have something long term and build a legacy one day. But I know I need to do right by people. I know I need to do right by my feminine. Justice card. We got the Justice card. Again, it's at the bottom of the deck for his overall energy. The Justice card is a match to her overall energy. He knows he needs to do right by his Divine Feminine specifically because she comes up as the Queen of Cups. Here she is as the Queen of Cups. Clarified it again. I got the King of Cups. Remember, he became the King of Cups because she taught him a lesson. King of Cups. Okay. But what happened with the 2 of them? Separation. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So he knows that he has to do right by her as part of the separation, right? He's got to balance things out. He's in separation with her. She rejected him. She walked away from him. Remember, 8 of Cups. She walked away from him because of the conflict that they had. And now in his environment, he's thinking about how to bring balance into this King of Cups for them to get back into their heart space with each other because they're in separation. So I said, all right, hey, Spirit, tell me who Queen of Cups is. We got Queen of Wands. Okay, so that's Divine Feminine here in the headspace. Okay, and I got to tell you, even, it's just, it matches so perfectly because we have the Queen of Cups here, we've got the King of Cups there. We've got the Queen of Swords in the message, we've got the King of Swords in the heart space. And now let's move forward. So we have in the environment, we have, again, a crumbling of connections that don't match him. He's looking to, the masculine's looking to build something long term. He wants to do right by his Divine Feminine, who he is now in separation with, who is the Queen of Wands. This divine connection, this divine partnership, the Lover's card. Remember, she got the Lover's card here in her overall energy. He wants to make a new beginning towards Ace of Pentacles because he's the King of Wands, matches the Queen of Wands. See, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Every court card is a match here. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. That's that divine connection. Everything has matched here except for the King of Pentacles. Okay, he hasn't come up as King of Pentacles because he's in Hermit's energy. Hermit is also Virgo, okay, which is the King of Pentacles energy. He's not in King of Pentacles energy because he's stuck in Hermit mode right now. So what about this King of Wands who takes action? He wants to move towards his wishes. What about his wishes? He's making a decision. Two of Wands. Remember, that's in his overall energy. His truth is, his clarity is, he's got to make a decision. And I said, what's the decision towards? What's the decision towards? Judgment. Remember, again, 1, 2, 3 times. He is awake. This is awakening. This is enlightenment. This is evaluation. This is rebirthing the connection. So what does he want to move towards with his divine feminine? He wants to move towards his wish. She is his wish. Remember, that wish card came out when I clarified the Queen of Wands, 9 of Cups. And now the King of Wands matches this Queen of Wands who walked away, who is his wish, who is the Queen of Cups, which rejected him. So he wants to move towards his wish. He's at a decision-making point about how to rebirth this connection. Now, for Divine Feminine's environment, look at her. Conflict and defeat. This is 5 of Swords energy, but it's with the solar plexus chakra. Archangel Chamuel, look at, we got solar plexus right here, right? For him in his headspace. So she's working towards getting out of any conflict and defeat, any of that energy. That's why we've got the sun for her in her overall energy. She's like, I'm making peace with this, man. Like, if this isn't going to work out, that's okay. I'm going to continue to move it forward because I'm the Empress. So what else is happening in her environment as related to Divine Masculine? First card out is Knight of Swords. She's like, you know, I want to move towards truth. I want to move towards communication. Okay, that's the offer I want. Page of Pentacles. Remember, it's the offer he wants to make in his headspace. Magician, Page of Pentacles. So she's like, hey, I just want some truth. I want some words. Offer that up. Okay? Sun card. She's in her happiness. She's in her peace. She's in an energy of rebirth and renewal. Okay? And what it's clarified by the 4 of Cups. She's like, you know, I'm understanding the repetitive patterns. I'm understanding why we were in a pattern of missing our blessings. I understand now that separation is key for him to grow and for me to grow. And so I'm healing. 4 of Swords, right? Just like him, 4 of Swords. I'm healing. She's healing this energy of being stubborn herself. She's healing an energy of holding on perhaps too tightly to her masculine. And so this 4 of Pentacles energy, she's gone within. 2 of Swords, and that's the conflict here. 5 of Wands, and remember, we just started that out with the 5 of Wands energy, conflict and defeat. So her final healing here is she's really learning to let go. She's really learning to detach and surrender this holding on to his energy. And I'm telling you, the more she releases, the more he comes in with this sexual kind of energy, because maybe that's how he's getting her attention. Okay, maybe that's how he gets his attention, because she's probably trying to, in the 3D, block him out. Okay, meaning like she doesn't want to feel his energy. She doesn't want to feel the pain. So what he's probably doing is like maybe a workaround. Maybe he's working around it and he's trying to get her energy or her attention through sexuality, because maybe they have a very, very strong sexual connection. All right. I want to tell you that the bottom of the deck for these queens, the Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups that I clarified, is the 3 of Swords. And right under that is Justice. Oh my God. And under that is the 3 of Pentacles. So this is telling me that she walked away because of third-party situations. It created heartbreak, and now he's ready to give her justice because he's learned his lessons, okay? So that's what the clarifiers were for these queens. Let's go ahead and go to the connection. What's the bottom of the deck for the connection? We have the Magician and the 8 of Cups, okay? So this is about manifestation, another card of manifestation. He has it 1 time, she has it 1 time, and it's also come up as the bottom of the deck for their energy. So we have it now here for the connection. We want to manifest movement forward. We want to manifest, you know, moving forward and away from things that, moving forward to things that make us happy and moving away from things that keep us sad. So first card out for their connection is the 2 of Wands. They're both at a decision-making place, right? They're both at a crossroads. He's already told her based on his messages. And we got the Two of Wands for him right here in his environment saying, I'm at a crossroads. You're my wish, but I don't know how to rebirth this connection. So here we have Two of Wands. I said, what about the Two of Wands? Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of Swords for him. I said, what about the Queen of Swords and the Two of Wands? Emperor. So this is telling me they're both at a crossroads. Okay? What about Four of Swords? They're both healing. Because remember, she's got Four of Swords in her environment. He has Four of Swords in his overall energy. Okay? So they're both in an energy of healing, of going within, because they can't move forward until they've done that. So they're both at a crossroads here. Three of Coins is the next card for their connection. There's a desire to come together and work as a team because they've learned lessons towards a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. There's a desire to move the wheel out of death, okay, and move towards their wishes. There is this Moon energy where things are hidden. Things are happening in the background. What's happening in the background? That this King of Wands, Divine Masculine, is figuring out how to manifest. Magician again. And we're walking away from our heartache, okay? We're walking towards self-love, and we're in the Hermit's energy, further discovering and loving ourselves. So right now, our wishes, this wish that we have, that we want to move towards, is stuck. Eight of Swords at this time. It is stuck because there's still a little bit more work to do. There is. I know. Listen, guys, if you guys get impatient or roll your eyes at that, I'm sorry, but this is a marathon, not a race. If you want to come together in sacred union for the lifetime and not go back into separation again, then you've got to work through this energy. You've got to embrace this energy, okay? I hope this made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I know it was a lot, and I know I've gone much longer. Oh my God, what is it? An hour and 6 minutes. I hope this was helpful, and if you want to book your own personal reading with me, then please go to queenoflight1111.com. Can't wait to see you guys again next week and see what transpired over the weekend. Have a good one, guys. Bye.